Hey, welcome back to episode 10 of the Metal Roundtable. I am Metal Rob, and this is
Carcass John.
Today, we are going to have a quick shout out from the great Carcass
To my boys in Insect Warfare. In fact, I want to shout out to the whole Gulf Coast grindcore scene. And I could name a million bands, including PLF and Insect Warfare and Oath of Cruelty and on and on and on and on and on. But man, there's something in the water down south here in Texas. And so, anyway.
Grindcore sounds to me like you're turning on the vacuum cleaner, so I don't know.
And it's a very, very good vacuum cleaner if it's done correctly.
It's a Dyson if it's good.
You know? That's right.
No, I'm teasing you guys. I've seen some grindcore in my day, and not my deal. But he freaking knows, man. The stuff this guy knows just amazes me, and he knows everything about freaking grindcore.
Look, I know stuff about grindcore. You know stuff about Black and Blue and TNT and Nuff's Enough and Bang Tango and I don't know anything about them. I mean, Winger, that's about where I stop.
Yeah,
that's where I start and stop. And Rob Doom, Winger rules, dude. They're awesome.
Yes, they're amazing.
Sorry,
live.
I know you don't like the one song. Listen to the rest of their catalog.
Yes.
They're on vinyl. They're even on vinyl.
They're unbelievable live. I'm going to see Kix and Vixen tomorrow night. Just love me.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I don't judge.
All right.
I don't judge.
Here we go. It is time for Kiss Talk, kids. That's right. Episode 10. Why not?
It might get violent. That's why I wore the.
But it would be good, friendly, violent.
No, it would.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I
see what you did there.
I did that.
I see what you did there.
I'm a winner, John. I'm
yes.
a winner. We're going to do like we did on the Pantera episode, and we're going to fly through the albums, and we're just going to talk about the album a little bit, the era of the band, just kind of what we thought as we were going through. So let's just get this train a-rolling, shall we?
Thumbs up.
Dude, greatness, and mine is the original, by the way. I just want you to know that. Blue label with no kissing time, just so we're clear. Did not know about this for many years. I was way late to the game on Kiss. As I've gone back to hear this over the years, it is a crime that this is not played on classic rock radio right alongside ZZ Top and Foghat and Zeppelin and Hendrix and all those bands. Criminally underrated, in my opinion, by rock radio. Every song is good. Every song is radio worthy. There's no excuse.
I get 5 black diamonds out of 5 black diamonds.
I like it. Hotter Than Hell, album 2.
Parasite, my favorite track.
Dude, love it. Heavy, dark, got to choose Parasite, Going Blind, Hotter Than Hell, Let Me Go, Rock and Roll. I mean, every song is good. There's just not enough you can say about this.
No sophomore slump.
Nope, heavy.
In fact, even more dark and aggressive.
Yep.
Scary.
Heavy, dark, love it. Now, Carcass and I differ on this. This has got their biggest hit to date on it. Rock and Roll All Night, their biggest hit.
The best album they ever put out.
Not my favorite.
According to, that's just my opinion, IMO. Yeah. And I have a funny story about this. Because at my house when I was growing up, we used to have like a family night where we turned the phone off and didn't watch TV, and we just spent time as a family.
You turned the phone off in the 50s?
We climbed up the pole, and never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had this family time. Well, the first Monday of the month, we would have music appreciation night. And usually it was downstairs. My room was always downstairs for some reason, always underground. Anyway, as my dad would run his fingers across my stacks and stacks of records, I would always worry a little bit when he got near the K's, because Kiss was right next to Kansas, and I was just praying that, I could swing him, I think, on Kansas. But no, inevitably, he pulled Kiss Dressed to Kill out, and then proceeded to listen to the first side. I give him credit, but then he was reading the lyrics. Yeah. The power that's within her when she takes off her clothes. Oh, John, can you
Room
explain?
service.
Room service, yeah.
Yeah.
So funny. It's funny now. Believe me, it wasn't funny at the time. But yeah, to me, that's their best. It's polished. It's got some heaviness to it. All the songs are tight. I don't like Getaway, the intro to Getaway. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It's too long. And you know me on intros, if it's longer than 35 seconds, it's too long, and this is like almost 3 minutes.
I thought the suit gimmick was pretty cool, how they were getting the
John Varvatos.
Yeah, getting the photo shoots done in the suits. I thought that was pretty cool, pretty clever. But that album brings us to the meal ticket, kids.
Top 10.
This
live.
is what put Kiss on the map.
We just talked about live albums a couple episodes ago.
We did. This record, it's much maligned for the re-recording and the re-editing and the re-fixing and the redoing and blah, 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 blah. That's great. We get it. We understand. It's not a true live album, and supposedly there's not much on here that was actually live except the drums, maybe, I think.
But unless I'm mistaken, whether you have an empty arena or a full arena, they were still playing the instruments, right?
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because they still played the music.
So, but this is it, man. This was the package that Casablanca put out because they wanted people to have a souvenir of what it was like to be at a Kiss concert. Well, it worked. And hey,
and this one has the program in it.
Has the program and everything in it. Yep. Original. I think it's even a blue label.
Oh man, check it out.
Let's have a look. See.
Oh, look at that.
Kids.
The blue label.
I know. We're not fooling around here.
No, that's the real deal right there.
All right, now, again.
Gonna be a fight in the parking lot.
Yep, this was my intro. I wasn't introduced to Kiss until the early 80s, but this was the record that did it for me. It's always going to have a great place in my heart. I'm not going to tell the big story about that. Detroit Rock City is the greatest Kiss song ever, one of the greatest hard rock songs ever, in my opinion. Shout It Out Loud, Flaming Youth, King of the Nighttime World, God of Thunder. I absolutely love this album.
Okay, I agree with you in principle. I love Detroit Rock City, and as I listen to the album and I put that on, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this album is going to be great. By the time they got to Beth, I was so disappointed that I began to loathe the album. I hated it. But as I circle back around, like I do with a lot of things, like I would recommend if you have things in your collection you haven't listened to in a while, just try it out, and I think you'll see the genius in it. But solid record still. This was probably their biggest seller to that point.
Yeah,
especially because Beth sold 4 million copies or some tons. Unbelievable. But anyway.
They released Detroit Rock City as a single. The DJs flip it over and play Beth, and that's their biggest hit.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, go figure. I may not even have these in the right order, so sue me. Okay.
So far, so good.
Boom.
Killer record.
Perfect.
Number 2 behind Dress to Kill, in my opinion. But that's my opinion.
Just a great.
Put your opinion down there.
Just a great rock and roll record.
Yep.
Can't get enough of this one. And look at the artwork, for crying out loud. That is just screaming to be a T-shirt and a sticker and a placemat and a diaper and whatever else.
Which it was all the above. And honestly, and you can see it in some of the stuff that I do. This is more of this is in my wheelhouse of what I like to do. Solid lines, bright colors.
Yeah, love it. I might like the artwork as much as I like the album.
Yeah, I'm not an illustrator. I'm more of I'm not a Love Gun guy. I'm more of a rock and roll over artistic kind of guy. Speaking of Love Gun.
Speaking of, now there's some killer artwork for you kids. This, to me, is a good album. Goathead Lance, shout out to Goathead Lance, by the way. My metal brother. He loves this. He absolutely loves it. I think it's good. I like Love Gun. I like Tomorrow and Tonight.
Shock Me.
I Stole Your Love is one of the greatest Kiss songs, in my opinion. Great rockin' song. Huge. They were so massive at this time that they were just completely unstoppable on the Love Gun tour. That was the Alive 2 tour.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But you see what you're doing. You're reminiscing and you're saying, "Oh gosh, maybe I do like this album more than I thought because look at all these great songs."
yeah, yeah.
So instead of like one or two great songs that are in memory, now you're looking at maybe there's one or two that weren't so great, but the rest of it is great. So
I'm about half and half on this record. I like it. I'm very happy to have it in the collection. If I listen to it, I listen to it all the way through. I don't skip songs on it, but
gotta have it. Gotta have it. It's essential.
A must-have for sure. And then here's my best Kiss live album. Fourth song, studio tracks, obviously, but this was the Kiss that I loved. It's got the tattoos inside. They were marketing machines by this time. There's the Kiss Army has formed. You can sign up for the Kiss Army, and you can get fan club stuff in the mail, stickers, tattoos in here. It's just such a cool package. Not to be outdone, the band is already hating each other, and they're like, "Hey, let's go do
Solo albums!
Yay!
Terrible idea!
There are two okay Kiss solo albums, in my opinion. This is head and shoulders the best, I think, of the four solo.
I agree, and it's still not good.
I like it. Rip It Out, Snowblind, New York Groove, Russ Ballard cover, Wiped Out, Fractured Mirror. You may be right. It's good. It's the best solo album.
I like Ace Frehley as a guitar player. I think he was good for the band. But as far as a guitar player, I mean, I thought he was kind of a hack. I thought he thought he was better than he was, and he didn't work at getting better. Eddie, I don't think had the same. Eddie Van Halen didn't have the same attitude, but he just progressively got even better as the albums went on, mm-hmm. And Ace, I think, kind of rested on his laurels, and some of that might have been the issues with alcohol and drugs and so forth. But you're right. Of the four solo records, I think you have them ranked just like that. Ace, Paul, good songs.
It's okay. There's some good songs. You could have collectively taken these four albums and made a good Kiss record.
There you go. And that's what they should have done. And as Eddie Van Halen asked Paul Stanley, why? Why did you do solo albums?
Right. To me, this is the worst of the four. And I love Peter Criss. I'm a Peter Criss fan. I did not care for this. I did not like any songs off of it. I just didn't like this at all. And almost...
we can agree on that.
Yeah, almost to be outdone was Gene's album. Man, I don't know. See You Tonight is okay. Radioactive. I don't know. I just didn't really get into this very much.
This is a classic example of one guy is not good without the others.
Well, yeah, greater than the sum of their parts.
Right.
No, it's Kiss with those dudes, yeah.
But individually, they're just average at best.
Having completely crushed these albums with our opinions, which is what they are, opinions. We want to hear yours, and we don't. Even if we disagree, we love you. But the artwork on these, dude,
killer.
The portraits were just amazing. I always loved the artwork on these. I love it more than the music, unfortunately, except for
and the posters that were in there were even more exceptional.
Yeah, going together, and it was pretty cool. So here we go, and I don't think I skipped anything. Dynasty. Again, excuse me, we're getting into...
where they're starting to spiral downward.
Yeah, I Was Made for Loving You, big hit, disco, yeah. I love the song. I think it's killer. I think it's fun to listen to even now. I can imagine that Kiss fans were freaking out at this point.
I'd rather hear 6 Feet Under do that song than Kiss themselves. But
there you go. There
you go.
2000 Man is good. It's an okay record. Again, they're still doing the marketing. There was a cool poster inside. I think mine has the... Yeah.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
Bro.
There's going to be another fight in the parking lot.
Dude. I don't know what was going on here. I don't know what was going on.
Well, a lot of disjointed, everyone doing their own thing and still doing solo albums in their head, and nobody writing any music.
I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be the most contradictory thing I say during this episode.
Oh boy,
This is weird. I have some kind of affection for this. It's so weird. It's not a Kiss record in this true sense, but
Well-
I don't want to hear Kiss do opera, and they were trying to do this dramatic thing.
and they had the little kids chorus in there singing, and
Man, I don't get it, but having that said, this is a cult classic in my mind. Is kind of a funny, goofy listen. And once again, I popped it off the CD shelf the other day, and I listened to the whole stinking thing all the way through. My youngest son walks in. What is this? This is a Kiss album, son. He's like, oh, I thought you were listening to the symphony.
I don't think you're being too controversial because once again, I kind of like it.
It's okay.
Now,
it's
for a Kiss
weird,
record, it's kind of like listening to Metallica Load and Reload. Are they good albums? Sure, they're polished. They got good songs. Are they a good Metallica album? Not really.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing here. But I notice you have the German.
I have a couple of German presses.
The German presses with the alternate S's on there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
don't want to venture down the Third Reich Boulevard there.
No. Now, you talk about
A 180.
flipping the pancake, man. Did you like that? I don't know.
I don't know where you
I
got
made that up on the spot.
That's I like your improv.
Holy crap, dude. I'm going to argue on this show, and my buddy Chris Manning needs to chime in on this, and he will get he will get a discussion going in the comments. Vinnie Vincent has saved Kiss, and I'm going to prove it. He's saved Kiss twice. And if you disagree, great. I would love to hear what you think. Vinnie Vincent saved Kiss, and here's the first example of that. Go look at the songwriting credits on this record. Vincent Cusano is all over this bad boy. This is a heavy metal album. This is what Kiss should have been. This is what Kiss was going to be for a couple of albums with Vinnie Vincent in the band. It is a tragedy that they couldn't get along. Creative differences. I don't know exactly what the story was.
Well, he was described as the most self-destructive person that anybody had ever met. And he was very, very full of himself. And he wasn't just doing a solo. He was taking over the show with his solo. And
that wasn't going to work.
No, that wasn't going to work because everybody had their role in the band. But I agree. From a songwriting standpoint, it was fresh, it was new, and he does have chops.
Oh my gosh!
So
he was very reined in. We get that. We understand that. We heard what he did on the Vinnie Vincent Invasion records, which we'll talk about one day. This is a freaking killer Kiss record. It is a killer heavy metal record. It put them back on the map, in my opinion, and was soon followed up by this.
Now, did it Unmasked come before that?
Yeah, I don't have a copy of Unmasked. Sorry. That came before the
Creatures.
Yes. I don't have. Was it? I don't remember the order. Was it before the Elder? No. I think you're right. It was 80.
Yeah, it was afterwards.
Yeah.
Correct us. Tell us. Get us squared away. We're winging this thing, man.
We are winging this.
Completely off the cuff.
I don't have a copy of Unmasked. I do have it on CD. Let's touch on that real quick. Unmasked is an okay record. There's a couple of good songs. There's a couple of cool Ace songs on there that I really like. Is That You is kind of cool. To me, it's kind of in that dynasty, or dynasty, as the Australians say. It's kind of forgettable. There's 2 or 3 good songs, and the rest is kind of whatever. The artwork was cool.
Yeah, but it's Kiss, and you gotta have them all. So, but that
dude. Exciter, Not for the Innocent, Lick It Up, Young and Wasted, All Hell's Breaking Loose, A Million to One, Fits Like a Glove, Dance All Over Your Face, On the Eighth Day. I skipped Gimme More. Every song on here is good. This is a heavy metal record. This is a great 80s metal album. The makeup is off. They needed to change speeds a little bit to stay in the game. They did it. Vinnie Vincent. Oh, I'm doing it backwards in the monitor. Saved Kiss. Argue with me.
And yeah, pink was his favorite color. Really?
He's out of the band. Enter Mark St. John for what is...
Like 6 months?
Yeah, he got writer's syndrome in his hand. He couldn't stick around in the band. This brings Bruce Kulick in for the tour, which ended up being a great thing for Kiss. I loved this album when it came out. I have actually cooled off a lot on this album. This was in my wheelhouse, 84, of buying, of knowing about Kiss, staying current on Kiss, knowing about metal, staying current on all that. And this one, to me, fell off dramatically after I've Had Enough, Heaven's on Fire. Get All You Can Take is good, Under the Gun is good, Thrills in the Night is good. It's a 50-50 record for me, maybe a 40-60 record for me. I remember watching the video on MTV of that tour.
Yeah.
Little did I know they were playing to like 1,500 people a night. I was shocked when I read that a few years ago.
When it went from 15,000 to 1,500?
Yeah.
To 15?
This one's okay. Okay, the makeup is off. They're still doing their thing. They're trying to get their wheels back on.
Well, you notice the further, the newer you get, the less I'm saying, because I'm out, other than just the general, I know of the album, and that's about it.
We go through a period in the 80s with these guys where, man, there's just all kinds of weird stuff going on. Paul's wearing reflectors on his clothes, which, whatever, that's cool. Not a whole lot here, in my opinion. Who Wants to Be Lonely was a great song. Tears Are Falling was a good hit off of this.
Why are they trying to look like the Police? I don't know.
It does look like the Police, doesn't it?
It even got the same color scheme with the red, yellow, and blue.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is an okay record. I've listened to it 1,000 times. Once again, I don't really skip any songs on it, but it is what it is. I felt like they were kind of struggling. Crazy Nights comes out.
Ditto what you just said.
Ditto what I just said. It's okay. Crazy Nights is good.
At least they're not wearing spandex, though. They're starting to look a little more rock and roll-ish.
Yeah. Paul's underwear is hanging out.
And he's got the shirt off.
Turn on the Night is fantastic. Reason to Live is a good ballad. Another okay Kiss record. This
is the elder of that era of music, I think.
Yeah, I think it's making me sleepy. I'm rubbing my eyes. Rise to It's good. I don't get this album at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't get it. Hard to find on vinyl. I'm glad I found a copy. I don't get it.
I found it on tape, and actually, as I was trying to just scroll through it, I was trying to listen to it to see if I missed something, and I don't
think you did.
No, didn't miss anything.
There are no hidden gems here. There's a couple of good songs.
And the Sphinx wearing the sunglasses and them wearing the sunglasses on the back. Like, whatever, guys, come on.
Saw this tour a couple of times. It was the first time I saw Kiss live. Thank goodness they had gone from supporting the albums very much to playing the old stuff. They opened the set with "I Stole Your Love."
Oh, wow.
So I was
can't argue with that.
Stoked to hear all the old songs. Glad about that. I believe I'm probably missing something along in here. I can't remember, but anyway, I love the Unplugged record. I love it. I loved seeing the old guys play with the new guys. I loved hearing Bruce's guitar playing on acoustic on this. I just really dig this. I thought some of the songs translated really well to acoustic. I've really enjoyed Coming Home that they open up with, Going Blind, Do You Love Me, even Domino translated fairly well. And I just really dug it. I felt like there was a mending of fences here. I felt like the guys were being kind to each other. Once again, I was really happy for this era of Kiss. I really dug this.
No, I can't say that I've never actually listened to it.
So then all the I can fix you up.
Yeah.
Then the reunion tours happen. Several years go by. All four original members tour and play. I thought that was a great era for the band. I was glad to see those guys back together.
But notice it didn't last for very long.
No, it didn't last.
2 years?
Yeah, and for the same reasons that it didn't before, just egos and substances and different things.
They had a couple. The outsiders, I call them the outsiders. Peter, Chris, and Ace got a couple $1 million in the bank and said, "Hey, we're done."
Yeah, it just didn't. It just wasn't gonna work. It was destined to not last very long. But I'm glad it worked as long as it did because I got to see the original Kiss.
Perfect.
Now we move on into, if you can see the lenticular cover, Psycho Circus.
Did you just say lenticular?
I did.
Oh my gosh!
I know. Is that wrong?
No,
okay.
No. I've never heard anyone actually use that word. And never mind. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. Call me out. I mean,
no. I just.
I thought I got it wrong.
No. That's.
This is a good Kiss record. I don't know who really played on this thing. I have my doubts about who really played on this thing. I'll have to go read my Kiss FAQ books and figure all that. Anyway, there's some great songs on here. Psycho Circus is fantastic. Into the Void is good. We Are One is good. Raise Your Glasses, I think, is a fantastic song. I thought it was a cool Kiss record with the original guys supposedly playing on it. The hype built around this.
Well, let's just say that their pictures are on it.
Yeah. The hype around it was huge. Kiss was dominating again. I'm glad to have it. I don't have a copy on vinyl.
I actually do with the lenticular cover. Whatever he said cover.
Lenticular.
Yes, lenticular. I don't want to be obsequious. There. Two big words in
wow.
one. 2 big words in one episode.
Obsequious.
You won't get that anywhere else.
I don't know what that means, but I like it. Obsequious. I'll look it up.
Yeah, you look it up. Good record.
This is a good album.
Yep.
Solid record.
And wait, no Ace and no Peter, and it's a solid record. Huh, imagine that.
Yeah, and I've missed
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom.
Good record. Another good record. In fact, if you get the Digipack, they have a... Kiss actually has a unique situation, kind of like the Eagles, AC/DC had. They have an exclusive with Walmart. So the only place to get a brand new Kiss record is at Walmart. And this one in particular, do you have the one with the extra disc where they re-record? This is actually the Japanese pressing of the new Greatest Hits.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get the triple Digipack, it has a DVD of a live show in there too.
I haven't even opened it. Oh, look at that!
Got a
bonus
DVD?
Yeah,
bam.
Buenos Aires.
And then I think I paid $7.88 at Walmart for that, and it's good. It's a good record. Good record.
I skipped ahead. I'm sorry.
Good DVD and the Greatest Hits is a Greatest Hits re-recorded by the new members or by Thayer and
Eric Singer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a good Kiss record. This is a really solid Kiss record. Modern Day Delilah is good. All for the Glory is pretty good. This is a good album, man.
They can still write good songs, contrary to popular belief. Angry Rob.
The re-recorded songs, like you say, are just fantastic. The modern recording with the band, with Eric Singer drumming, which is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy Thayer on guitar. These are great versions of these songs. You need to check it out. I didn't even realize there was a DVD in there. I need to open
And you can go to Walmart. I was there the other day buying toothpaste or something, or toilet paper, or whatever, and they had that, and it was like $6.
Just don't get those mixed up.
$6 for killer music with a DVD and a Greatest Hits. Can't argue with that.
Back to this guy, Monster. The latest, yes. They haven't done... Yeah, this is it.
That has one of those covers you're talking about, too, if you bought it at Best Buy.
Yep, my CD does have it. Hell or Hallelujah, great. Wall of Sound, good. Freak is a great Kiss song. Shout Mercy. There's some great stuff on here, guys. They're talking about... I hear it every time. Are we going to make another record? Are we not going to make another record? If you want my vote, Kiss, do another record because
Sure.
Sonic Boom was Psycho Circus was okay, pretty good. Sonic Boom was
Solid.
solid. Monster, I think, is even better. Man, bring it on. You got the money. Bring us a new Kiss record.
In fact, and I was going to say maybe they could do a live album, but they did. They did that live in Vegas. Kiss Conquers Vegas, and they put it out on Blu-ray and whatever. And I think you can actually get it on vinyl. But it's a great set. I mean, they go through eras of the music, and it's awesome.
Well, these guys have been. You can argue all you want about Kiss, and you can say old Kiss versus new Kiss, old albums versus new albums, what songs are good, what songs aren't good. Kiss is Kiss, and they're one of those bands that I would not bet against the brand continuing after Gene and Paul are out of the band.
Oh no,
I wouldn't.
They are the band. I mean, they've proven that even with the adding. And I, like I said, contrary to popular belief, I think that Thayer and Singer add an element that they never have before, and they've been in the band 20 years now?
That's been a long time,
almost 20 years. They're still a solid band. I still think they write credible songs. And
gosh, Eric Singer's been in the. Sorry, he was on Revenge. Oh,
yeah?
We skipped Revenge.
Oh yeah, there you go.
We skipped Revenge. He's been in it since that, and I don't remember when Tommy came.
So did you order your Kiss road case from Gene? What is it, like $6,000?
$2,000. I don't have.
Oh,
that's not going to happen.
No.
No,
it's got all the vinyl and all the whatever. Right?
Yeah, I'd love to have one.
Yeah, we'll just keep scouring the record shops across the United States and the world and see what we can find.
So, Kiss like we've said before, with Tommy and Eric, it's the most solid music lineup they've ever had, in my opinion. It's it might be the tightest lineup they've ever had. And Bruce Kulick, no disrespect to Bruce Kulick, fantastic guitar player.
Yeah.
But give me the four guys that are in the band now.
What was that? He did a set, Carnival of Souls?
Yep, we skipped that one too.
We skipped that one, and that is really good. That is
heavy.
That's a heavy rock and roll record.
That is dark and heavy, especially for Kiss.
Yep.
So we missed a couple in there. We love you. Help us out with the ones we missed. But I was headed somewhere with that. We were talking about. The one thing is, we were talking about the brand. What I meant to say was, I really believe that when Gene and Paul are out of the band, that it will keep going. I really wonder if they will plug in other people and have the Kiss brand going until those guys are 90. And I don't know whether I agree or disagree with that, but I think Kiss as a brand could continue.
I would liken this unto Motorhead. If Lemmy was ever out of Motorhead, then Motorhead is done. But Lemmy plugged in two quality players after the original lineup left, and various sundry other people, and continued the integrity of Motorhead. I think if Paul and Gene leave, then Kiss is done. I don't know how you can plug in even somebody in a costume, because the personality of the band is really Gene and Paul, and everybody else sort of follows suit. That's my opinion, but I can see what you're doing. You can see where you're angling there, and I mean, logic would tell you, if the brand still sells, then we're going to keep selling it.
Right.
Not unlike Dimmu Borgir or Double Hamburger or whatever their name is, that just have all these people in costume and you don't know who the original. I mean, Slipknot, same way. You don't know who the original guys were. They just guys in a clown mask,
Mm-hmm.
And so, but the brand sells, so you just keep a guy out there dancing around. You're going to backtrack everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know, man. If Gene and Paul leave, I don't think you can continue.
Should it continue? I don't think so. Could it continue? I feel like the brand is strong enough that they could do it.
How long did Thin Lizzy last without Phil? Why not? And I thought he was the guy. He was the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow they made it work until they finally just changed the name.
Which is
what they should have done initially, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a slippery slope.
I agree. I don't know if I would even like to see it go on. I know that the guys have alluded to it going on, but as far as branding, no one has more firmly planted their brand on the rock and roll industry than Kiss.
I totally
Period.
agree with you. Yeah.
Period. Nobody holds a candle to it. As much merchandising and marketing and touring as Iron Maiden have done, I still think they're a distant second in as far as merchandising to Kiss. Nobody will ever touch Kiss, not in rock and roll or hard rock.
Well, they have 1,000-page books of their merch, and that doesn't
Yeah.
even include the knockoff stuff, which is you could write volumes and volumes more of just the knockoff and
Yeah.
the bootleg stuff. But
Merchandising is something we'll have to get into at a whole other time. So we've gone through the Kiss albums. We haven't done an exhaustive, perfect job of hitting every one.
we're just talking about music.
Yeah,
man.
we're talking about music. We missed Carnival of Souls, and we missed Unmasked, and we missed Revenge, which is a criminally underrated album. Saw them on the tour. It was amazing. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to get started over. But anyway, tell us what you think. Kiss move on without Gene and Paul? Are they the strongest brand? What albums do you love? What albums do you hate? Tell us why we're idiots for liking Destroyer or not.
Dressed to Kill.
Destroyer's a good album.
Destroyer's a good album.
Anyway, we love you all. We will see you next time. I am on Instagram at I am Metal Rob. He is on Instagram as
Carcass John Art.
Find us on Facebook, The Metal Roundtable. Find us on YouTube, The Metal Roundtable. You can find us. We love you all. Until next time, Metal will prevail.